I really don't think there's anything better than a nice piece of fish, prawns or some bugs done in a crispy batter. And there's so many ways of making batters, and I'm going to show you a couple of good ones today. Now first of all, let me direct your attention to the types of liquid you can use in batters. Soda water, ginger beer or beer. Now you can make batters out of champagne and other things, but these are probably the ones that are most common and most popular. Now to make a good batter, and today's one is going to be done with soda water, here's what you need. Half a cup of corn flour. Just put that into a sifter, and it's very important to sift it. Half a cup of self-raising flour, and just work that through your sifter until you get all the lumps out of it. And this also adds a little bit of aeration into our product. That's good. Now the next thing is we're just going to put in some soda water, or you can use ginger beer or beer, until we start to take up all those dry ingredients. And this will be about approximately 185 mils of soda water beer or ginger beer. Just keep working it in there, and we'll just keep adding that and stirring until all the dry ingredients are gone. Now that's whisked up nicely, and as you can see, we've got a medium consistency here. You can make it really thick if you like, but you really don't need to. Just a light medium consistency is the way to go. Now there's lots of different things you can add to batter. You can put chilli, garlic, ginger, but today we're going to make a spicy pepper. Now this is Madagascan green peppercorns, and I've crushed them. There's about a tablespoon there, so we're just going to throw that in and whisk that through. Now the most important thing is never put salt in your batter, because when you put it into your deep fryer, it breaks down your oil. So we're going to put that there, and now what we need to do with this is put it in the fridge and let it rest for about half an hour. That way the gluten strands in the flour start to relax and you get a really crisp light batter. Now while our batter's having a bit of a rest in the fridge, I've just knocked up a salad here. I've got some rocket lettuce and some capsicum, and there's some cherry tomatoes, whatever's fresh, and we're going to make a little dressing. What I've got is some whole egg mayonnaise here, and I'm just going to add a good splash of Malibu, which is coconut liqueur, and I'm also going to put in some sweet basil from my garden, and that's what we're going to toss off our prawns after they've gone through the batter to make a nice warm salad. So just combine that until all those ingredients have come up, and that wants to be a reasonably runny consistency. Now our batter's had time to rest, so let's look at our prawns. These are king prawns, and I've peeled and deveined them, and there's 6 of them there, and as I said, we're going to toss that through our salad with our little coconut dressing. Now before we do that, there's a few old wives' tales about batter. First of all is you should always make batter with old beer. No, you want a nice fresh stubby of your favourite throat lubricant, and it's got to be icy cold. Secondly, they say you should always cook fish or prawns or anything in batter in old oil. No! Why would you take a beautiful fresh seafood product and put it into stinky old oil? You want clean, fresh oil, and that's what I've got here today. This is canola oil, and I've heated it up to 180 degrees, so it's got to be hot. That way it seals off the batter and cooks the fish or prawns really quickly. So what we need to do now is we're going to actually deep fry these. So you'll need a good pair of tongs and just some plain flour, and we're just going to put our prawns through here into the batter and then in to our deep fryer. So get your prawns in, your flour, and this is the way you go all the time, flour first, and that's what makes the batter stick to the product. And you can use this for prawns, fish, bugs, oysters, scallops, anything. It's a beautiful batter. I'm just going to move that out of the way and move this over here, and we're ready to cook. So here we go. Just going to dunk them, make sure you get a good coverage, and into that hot oil, and float them in. You don't use a basket. If you use a basket, it's all going to stick and you're going to have a horrible, horrible mess. I guarantee it. I know, I've done it before. So float those in, nice hot oil, and they're going to cook for about 30 to 40 seconds at 180 degrees. Now these prawns are perfect, and they come up nice and crispy, so I'm just going to put them on some absorbent paper here. You get a lovely colour out of this batter. You can put a little bit of egg yellow in there to colour it up if you like, but I like it as natural as possible. And look how crisp they are, and they don't take long in the fryer. Okay, that is just sensational. Now what I'm going to do is take our little coconut mayonnaise dressing and pour that into our salad. And then we're going to put our prawns in as well, and they're nice and crispy. And just toss all those wonderful ingredients around. I'll put a little bit of seasoning there, a bit of cracked black pepper, a little bit of sea salt if you like. I love the sea salt or the rock salt, beautiful. A little bit of that in there, just to your own taste. Toss that through, and then we're just going to serve that up on our dish. And look at the colour and the wonderful flavours we're going to have in there. Just going to place that onto our serving dish. A couple of prawns in there. Have a look at that. That is just fit for a king. Nice and healthy too. The wonderful colour from the salad. Look at that. Absolutely loving it, Phippsy. Loving it. Cherry tomatoes. And really that's all you need for a perfect summer entree, or that could be a main course. Now I would serve that with a beautiful Hunter Valley Semillon or a good old-fashioned cold one.